Alrighty. Hey everyone.
Hey.
Oh, that was perfect timing. The song ended and I said, hey. It's been a while, Moana.
It has.
How you doing?
Very well.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well.
How long has it been?
Day.
Johnny, do you remember the first Moana episode?
I've listened to it. I don't think I was there.
I think you were in Melbourne.
I think I was in Melbourne at the time, yeah.
No,
So-
you weren't there.
No.
If you were in Melbourne, when would that have been?
2014, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around about
Probably
then?
about right.
Shit.
Shit,
So
that's
3 years.
Wow.
Nice.
Time flies. That's
Well,
crazy.
I think since then we've overcome a few technical difficulties.
Yeah, and we've added new ones. Yeah, so
Learned a lot, I'm sure.
well, we used to run it on like my old iMac, which was from like 2008, like to start with. So it was pretty, and it would shut down half the time. Freaking shut down. And then we moved on to a more dodgy laptop
Yeah.
for a while.
Hell, there were times when I was dragging my whole desktop computer to the studio just so something would work.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought his whole PC. Yeah, that's
Amazing.
crazy. So 3 years have gone by.
Yes.
What's been happening? What's some of your top highlights?
Oh, far out. Well,
That's
I
a
guess
pretty terrible question, actually. Now
it's a
that I
big
think about
question.
it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot's happened
Yeah.
in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean that would have been around when we put out Trilogy of the Black Monsoon, which was second EP. Now we're deep into about to put out the first album. So it's been pretty hard working, really. Actually,
Right.
a lot of songwriting, a lot of changes in band, a lot of creative projects. Yeah,
Yeah,
in that
because
time.
you don't just do music, right?
I do other things.
Yeah.
Do theatre. Theatre performance, and art, poetry, all kinds of stuff.
Well, your hair's definitely changed.
It has.
I was gonna. Is that real hair or is that extension?
It's African braiding. So if you look here, this is like dark hair is my hair,
That's so
Oh,
cool.
wow.
and then they put it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I wish I could do that.
yeah, it's rad. I've only had it for actually maybe like a month.
Where do you get that done?
It's called this amazing lady named Grace. She's an African lady in Frio. Yeah, she's
It's not
awesome.
called Blackberries.
No, it's called AA Grace International.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Can they braid dreadlocks back into hair?
I'm pretty sure she can do anything. She's a master.
I have to get those details. I've still got my old dreadlocks downstairs. I think they're a bit longer
Really?
than that. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that you held on to them.
Yeah, well, it was always the idea I might put them back into my hair at some point. But
That'd be cool. But then you'd be carrying all that energy again.
yeah. Well, it's got all the memories in it, so I couldn't get rid of them.
That's cool.
That's really deep, man. Speaking of energy, guys, you've brought some incense here. We used to do that back at the hen house.
Yes, we did. I thought that was just to mask the smell of other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, pretty smelly feet, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, probably should have worn shoes, but I feel like I'm at home, so.
This motherfucker's not even wearing
definitely.
shoes.
I got shoes on for once, actually. Got to come into the city.
Yeah.
Put on the shoes.
I'm digging your look, man.
Thanks.
It's super hip. I don't even know where to place it. It's like kind of like 90s R&B, but kind of gothy. Is that what you're going for? Did you even think that far? Or am I the only one overanalyzing it?
Nah, it's cool to analyse it. I don't know. I haven't really thought in depth about my look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these things just develop.
You look straight out of a Janet Jackson video.
Sick.
And that's like a super compliment. I fucking love... I love that. I love that whole era of R&B.
Yeah.
When it was good.
I don't really know much about R&B and hip-hop. Like something I'm getting into a bit more now.
Yeah.
But I've been more in the realms of rock and stuff. But... I always like to think beyond what's just going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We rocked up to Badlands and caught your set.
Oh, yeah, Wham.
Was it part of Wham?
Was that a few weeks ago?
I can't remember.
I think it was, because I think you messaged me after, and I think it was for Wham.
For Wham. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's... was Sphere of Comedy on as well?
No.
Holy shit!
actually.
Sorry, I'm mixing up with something else.
Was it?
No, it was
who else
Wham.
played? Like the Floors played.
Yeah, the
and
Floors were at
Rag
the
and,
end.
Oh, not Rag and Bone. Sorry, they're called New Talk.
New Talk, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was it. Was I covered? Was I like body paint?
You had like a black veil sort of top on.
Yes,
I remember.
It was this top actually.
And you had stuff in your hair,
yeah,
which you always do anyway.
Yeah, it actually comes straight from the show at the Blue Room. I was in the theatre show. It was in that show where we just all get naked and get body painted on, and I had like 20 minutes between finishing the show and doing the gig, so I just rocked the body paint.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We thought it was just part of your outfit.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I like to get weird with the outfits.
I didn't realize how heavy you guys were.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, holy shit, this is really sludgy and heavy.
Yeah.
Is that like a new... I don't remember you guys being that heavy.
It's definitely become heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
We were like moshing and shit.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's definitely become heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how it's developed, just like what I've been into. I just found like what I enjoyed playing live was stuff that was quite intense and heavy, so that's the direction it's kind of gone in.
It's fucking sick. Some drop D in there? Was there some drop D in there?
There was!
Yeah.
Nice pickup.
Yeah, I can
One
see.
song.
When people do the whole bar press
Yeah,
down, I'm
yeah.
like, that's definitely drop D.
Fucking
all-
lazy chords.
No, it's
It's
sick,
fun.
man.
It's fun to experiment with that.
Yeah. So that guitarist that's a new guitarist, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
Willow. That was
Okay.
it's only like her third gig with us or something at Wham.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's rad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was super cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so how many lineup changes have you had?
Well, we've had a few. We had the same band through the first 2 EPs, and then 2 of them moved to Melbourne, and then we've had like 3 guitarists, I think, and 2 bass players. Same drummer the whole time, Lockie.
Yeah.
Love you, Lockie.
Yeah, he's been from the beginning, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Mm-hmm. Man.
But yeah, it's definitely become heavier. So I'm glad you guys got to see it.
It's good. It's a good heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Takes me back.
yeah.
I've avoided a lot of stuff with guitar, like heavy stuff now. Don't know why. My palate's kind of changing as I get older.
Yeah,
I'm like 32 now.
yeah.
So.
What are you into more now?
Straight hip hop.
Yeah,
Really weird.
sick.
Really weird.
Yeah,
But not just any. It's got to be like well produced and stuff.
yeah.
But that and like 80s like vaporwave sort of stuff.
What's vaporwave?
You know, like the Drive soundtrack. You ever see
Yeah.
the movie Drive?
Yep.
Or like kind of Blade Runner-y.
Yeah.
But like synthy, like Stranger Things, the intro.
Yes.
That sort of vibe.
Yeah, the whole,
Yeah.
that, like I was saying, that J-Boy by Phoenix. So
Okay.
That whole 80s. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not going to sing it, but you know the song when it comes on, because I hear it all the time, like, fuck,
Yeah.
it's a good song. It's got the whole 80s vibe to it. Like, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sick.
It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun to do the heavy stuff, but I do think doing it for this album, I am more interested in like other directions afterwards. Like, yeah, yeah,
I think you gotta mix it up eventually, I think.
for sure. Yeah,
Otherwise it just gets... I don't know, you lose the challenge when you kind of get super comfortable. I think.
Definitely.
Yeah. Says the guy not really playing in any bands at the moment, but I feel so... I go to gigs now and I get really cagey. I'm like, everything's different.
I went
Yeah.
and bought a new guitar the other week. I actually threw it against the wall yesterday, last night. I was trying to do a guitar spin and the strap snapped and hit the back wall and just went thunk.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all right. It was only a cheap guitar.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly held together. But yeah,
Yeah.
I went and bought a new guitar and I'm not even actually playing at the moment. I thought it's going to inspire me to write.
yeah,
It kind of has, but just no time to do it.
yeah.
So I just keep
hard.
adding to the arsenal, I guess.
Just buying more guitars.
Yeah, one day I might need the guitar, so why not have it? Yeah.
Which guitar is that one?
The Fender Affinity Telecaster.
Oh, I love Telecaster.
It's a
Yeah.
Squire. It's a cheap
Yeah.
They're nice
Telecaster,
and,
but
they're nice and jangly, I find. Like,
yes, that's why I got it because I use Gibson Les Pauls.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And they're very nice sound, but they're really heavy and meaty. And I wanted something that had a bit more brighter sound.
Yeah, I just think of like Jeff Buckley and stuff with tellies. Yeah.
Are you a Buckley fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
My sister's
Early influence.
Yeah, my sister's actually got to see him live.
Oh my god.
That's like viewing history.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy. Not long after he passed away.
Wow. Was that here?
Here, yeah.
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 Yeah, I know some people who got to see it.
Forgot what the venue was. But my music taste is influenced by my sisters because I used to just listen to whatever they listened to.
Right, like older sister.
Sorry, as soon as you said what you don't remember what venue it was, I was trying to remember what venue would have been around there.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Perth Entertainment Centre?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Of
course I remember.
I actually think it was either right there. I think it was right there. The
Really?
old Perth Entertainment Centre.
Just over there.
I'm gonna check where Jeff Buckley played.
Because when I walk up and down here and I can't remember what the city used to look like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And as soon as you mentioned that, I thought, what used to be the Perth Entertainment Centre? And it was a big open spot, and I'm sure it was right where Yagan Square is now.
Was it like open air?
No, it was just a stadium, but like there was nothing else around it, like maybe a car park and stuff, and then this little stadium, like a small little venue.
Yeah.
It was actually at the Belvoir Amphitheatre.
Oh, beautiful. That would have
That's a
been
nice
so
place,
amazing.
That would have been amazing.
I love that venue.
1996, ladies and gentlemen. Holy fuck.
I was 6 years old.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow, what was I? 10. I was 10. Wow, crazy. Holy fucking shit. I was still in primary school.
Yeah.
That is weird. And then at the Sandringham Hotel in Perth. That's not around anymore, obviously. No idea where that
Never
is.
heard of
Yeah.
it. No.
He did a whole Australian tour. Crazy.
Yeah, sweet.
Favorite
love
song?
him.
Favorite song by him?
I think Mojo Pin is amazing.
Yes.
Like that opening track of the album.
Yes,
So
yes.
mesmerizing. And what's, is it Brother?
Dream Brother?
Dream Brother.
That's my favorite.
How good is that?
So good.
So enchanting and like so many elements.
But not corny.
No, not at all.
He came off as so genuine that
Yeah.
just got away. Yeah.
I
crazy.
might piss a lot of people off by asking this, but is Jeff Buckley the one that drowned in the river?
Yes.
Yes.
He is.
Point for me. I do remember. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
And his dad died the same way.
Really?
Yeah. Tim Buckley, also a fucking amazing artist. Yeah. Mississippi River, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Damn.
They both died. He allegedly had a relationship with the lady from the Cocteau Twins. Do you know the Cocteau Twins?
No,
Yeah.
but I feel like I've heard of the name.
Yeah, but this was, kind of in the rumour mill. But apparently they, Don't know why that's relevant, but...
The hot goss of the celebrities from the 90s.
The hot goss of the early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, what is with, like, famous people dying? Weird.
Well,
Well,
we all die.
we all die,
Everyone.
and I guess, like, statistically, when you pull everyone together, there is probably a likelihood that...
Yeah, I think that. No, we've talked about this before. Like, people die all the time, but when they're celebrities, more people know about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like I'd like to make a headline when I die, like front cover newspaper. Someone,
But he was part of the whole 27 Club thing.
He was part of this 27
As well.
Club, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
27 Club, yeah. And a lot of people claimed, like, this happens to every artist, but when they die, people analyze their lyrics and go, holy shit,
Saw it coming.
he knew it was coming. But, Jeff Buckley legitimately had songs about water and drowning and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Really weird.
Deep and
really weird.
it's
Well,
magic.
It is.
His music was very magical.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of my friends were like, he doesn't even in interviews, he doesn't even seem human.
Yeah.
Like, those people that are like, they just transcend everything.
Yeah.
And even when they speak, they're like, this guy's just on another planet.
He's
But-
like a very sensitive.
It was like an
creature.
angel. It was like a
was.
weird, like, he
voice of
was
an angel.
The voice of an angel. Yeah.
But yeah, Hallelujah, obviously, like, I mean, I love Leonard Cohen as well, the original writer of Hallelujah, and I just think that's the most heartbreakingly beautiful rendition
Beautiful song. So good.
of it.
Was Leonard Cohen the one that changed his name to Yusuf something?
No.
That's
Unless in A Secret Life that I don't know about.
the one that he converted to Islam and changed his name to Yusuf. Cat Stevens, I think. Was it Cat Stevens?
Probably Cat Stevens, yeah.
I don't
know.
remember.
I don't know much about Cat Stevens. Cat.
Cat Stevens. No, because I saw him at I can't remember, Arena. No, Challenge Stadium. I can't remember. Yeah, I thought it was the same person.
No,
Probably not. Okay.
not the right.
But Leonard Cohen was here. I saw him, must have been 5 or 6 years ago. It was amazing. He's passed away now. But when he performed, he was like, I think he was in his 80s when I saw him. It's huge.
Yeah, crazy.
I saw Ronnie James Dio when he played with Black Sabbath about a month before he died.
Wow.
He played Challenge Stadium.
Sick.
We've lost a lot of artists. I think it's just also generationally that what we grew up with, they're now old.
Yes.
And they're just naturally dying.
Yeah. It's a natural progression.
Or is it? No, okay, but, you know.
Well, I was just I won't go down, but I had a reminiscing of the Beatles. We had Beatles Blue album playing in the car, and there's that whole conspiracy that Paul McCartney died and was replaced by someone else, and it's all in the lyrics of what's the song?
Is it like when you play it backwards or whatever?
No, actually, like in A Day in the Life. I'm pretty sure that's the song, and it tells the whole story of the car crash. And him losing his head and people recognising him from the House of Lords because the Beatles were all part of the whole shit. Right. And then apparently the whole story goes that when they were in the police station, they had Paul McCartney's severed head and like some teeth were sticking through his mouth, and the police sergeant made a joke that he looked like the walrus, and that's where John Lennon freaked out and started yelling, "I am the walrus, I am the walrus."
Wow.
Yeah, I've got the whole documentary on my computer.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I ripped it before it got deleted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really believe half that stuff, but I like
It's interesting.
I like to toy with the ideas.
Very interesting.
It's a good marketing campaign. Because,
Yeah.
Because people, like, when they think something's weird, they'll overanalyze it, like me and you. Yeah. That's crazy.
Like
though.
my clothes.
Yeah. like your outfit.
What's
yeah.
the deeper meaning?
What are you trying to say? Are you in trouble? What are you trying to say? But let's face it, the Beatles were doing a lot of fucking LSD, right?
Yeah.
And they were actually, a lot of musicians back then were big followers of Aleister Crowley. Even Bowie, all those people were really into him. You know who he is?
I like Aleister Crowley.
Yeah. You think he's a good bloke?
No.
No, I don't know enough
have you looked
about
into him much?
I have.
Yeah.
I know that the people connected to him seem to die under very weird circumstances, including Jack Parsons from JPL. So NASA, Jet Propulsion, was founded by Jack Parsons,
I have to show you one of the... who
was a Crowley
I finally had the
follower.
computer hooked up today.
That's cool.
The JPL's got a logo they're touring around, and it's so occult looking. It's awesome occult looking JPL freaking logo. I'm like, you fuckers.
all the space agencies are heavily occult, definitely, because they know some shit. They're trying to break out of this place.
Actually, if we do it like we did, I can bring it up on the screen later.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
bring it up.
Yeah, I'll find
Bring
the
it up.
JPL.
The new
occult
JPL logo.
Yeah.
But a lot of musos really, really quote Aleister Crowley. You know, the whole artistry and the do what thou wilt sort of concept, I guess. I don't know enough about him. I try to read some of his books. I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
They're just all soaked in like metaphor and
You need
it's so
a few reads.
not only that, they just flat out don't make sense.
Right.
Well, I think you need to be in a different state of mind to understand.
Well, there's a key to it. It's also a codex. So in order to really get it, you've actually got to know how to read it. So
Well, I met this guy at this this shop
no, come on, go. Yeah.
at this place in Freo, like a kind of spiritual shop, I guess you could say. And we're talking about Aleister Crowley a bit, and he was like saying, if you read one of his books, don't read it from the start to the finish because it's like a spell. He was like, if you're going to read it, like read something from here and then something from a different place. Or it's like, he was trying to tell me that it was, quite an intense thing to be playing with, like a dark magic kind of thing. Yeah. Which I think is what he's about.
Who knows? Maybe it's a bunch of bullshit, but
who knows?
Who knows? That's the thing. But
I haven't read it enough to know.
He was fascinated with doing things backwards as well. He would walk backwards. He would wear things backwards.
Yeah.
He would read backwards. He would do like his writing like backwards as well. So you start
interesting.
from the back of the like crazy, but that is basically what people claim as Satanism because you're inverting everything because you're making everything upside down.
Yeah.
It's like they was it Jack Johnson that did that music video where he sang everything backwards and then
Was it?
filmed the video forwards, so it looks like it looks like everything's backwards, but he's singing forwards.
Well,
And he-
Coldplay did that in
Yellow?
no, I know the song. I can't remember. But it's all filmed backwards, but he's singing forwards.
Wow,
Like
I've
in-
never
in
seen
regular,
anything
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Crazy,
I remember that
yeah.
because Jack Johnson actually had to learn the whole song backwards,
Yeah.
and he actually played it live a few times, singing the song backwards.
Is it? Do you mean like backwards? Like he actually also like vocally
Yeah, like
doesn't sound like words, or
Yes,
is it still?
yeah,
Right.
like everything is. He just sang it backwards. So when
So if you're going to sing like Moana, you'd be like Anna
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So, well, you're reversing
I know.
everything so that when you play it, when you invert it in the video, you're still singing the lyrics, but everything else is
yeah.
going
But
backwards.
he's literally
yeah.
singing the end of the song first backwards.
Yeah, the whole
So you
thing's
get the
backwards.
subtle
Yeah,
song,
yeah. Well, the whole thing of
That's
back.
fucking occult shit. That's,
Oh,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to try
you
that.
need to be possessed for that shit. Fuck.
Well, that's the whole backmasking thing, right? You know the whole thing. Oh, if you play it backwards, then you hear the real, like the words,
like
and
Beatles
stuff.
number 9.
like Beatles, yeah.
Mm.
So that there you go. That's more alluding to Crowley's work. They're putting messages backwards in,
Yeah.
and they're encoding their songs with stuff. But
That's very cool.
it's really cool, man. When you
Yeah,
read
I was
it.
I
actually-
like that.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, like, the story where you take the first 3 lines of the Bible and translate them into, I can't remember if it's some language, and then line up the letters. It gives you the first 27 names of, like, the demons. And I don't know how I worked this out, and I found the language I translated. The first 3 letters was WWW.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how. Maybe I fucked it up, but it
The
freaked-
World Wide Web demon.
yeah, it freaked me out. I was like, hang on, that can't be right.
Yeah.
And everything we do now is www.
It is.
Yeah.
And I was like,
www.
that's a bit creepy.
And it's the whole triple thing, right? The 3 times the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Guys. Oh my god, guys.
Backwards messages.
How did we get from incense to Alex to Crowley? But what I was saying is that done? Do you want to relight that?
Yeah, we should relight it.
Who's got a lighter?
Not me.
There's one on the table, but there's
Thank
probably see that one better. I need more. I need less black stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's good when I wake up in the morning and everything's dark. The sun doesn't hurt my eyes.
Freaking vampire. But yeah, man, it's weird. But that's the whole 27 Club thing.
Yes.
People dying at a certain age.
It was a thing.
Definitely a
I
thing.
don't know if it still is a thing so much.
Not only that, but what
It was
makes
a kind of error.
yeah, it
Seemed
was
to happen.
Main what like between like 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it still
Or-
happen? I mean, Amy Winehouse was the same,
Mm.
but
That was horrifying. Amy Winehouse.
was
Yeah.
Jimi
Oh,
Hendrix
well.
was 27 Club.
yes.
A lot of
Kurt
people.
Cobain,
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's crazy to think because we're fucking like way older than that now,
Yes.
Yeah.
and to think that they were.
I'm
like,
not good enough
much
for the
younger than
27
us.
Club. I want to die too.
No, but it just makes you realise that they were so young.
Yeah.
They were so young.
Like to
and they
think that
achieved
Jimi
so
Hendrix
much.
was 27 because I'm a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. To think that he was only 27 years old.
Yeah.
achieved so much.
Exactly.
And their
That's
voices
right.
don't seem like they seem so like infinite in their voice, especially like Jim Morrison or someone. It's like doesn't seem like a 24-year-old singing.
They've got
to you.
those old souls to them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like I said, they don't seem human.
Yeah.
Like they're almost like transcending this level of vibration. They're above that. And some people reckon, well, they get taken early because they're just too elevated for this, you know.
You don't belong here. You come with me.
You know.
But I think 27 is also pretty, I don't know, I think it's quite a pivotal. I
It's-
mean, in astrology, when you reach 28, you kind of go into a new phase within your life. And I think it is quite a, I don't know, maybe an intense time as a human, coming
Yeah.
from being a young adult into something more serious, perhaps. And it's quite like, you know,
Yeah.
some people just, it's kind of, can be quite frightening for some. I feel that.
Yeah. I think it's even more weird when the family has a lineage that all die. You know, JFK, fucking most of them were either shot at or they're fucking dead. Bruce Lee, father dies, next guy dies, Bruce Lee dies, Brandon Lee dies. Like 3 people at once, you know, that's when it's weird.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, it took a long time for one of the Bushes to go.
Yeah.
I was waiting on, like, I thought bloody George Bush Sr. was already dead. And then he died last week. I'm like, what? He's still alive. Well, he's not alive now, but he's lasted
now.
long enough.
Did he die recently?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He died, yeah.
That's one down.
That's right.
But their bloodline goes deep and far into the
definitely.
first people to take over, Western civilizations are taking over the world, and it's like continuing the bloodline.
And they
it's
were
all quite incestuous.
They were open Skull and Bones members, the whole Bush family. Crazy. And that's like a secret society.
Yeah.
That was run out of the Yale Lodge. Harvard has their own secret society as well. But
George Bush Sr. was head of the CIA. Was he head of the CIA that when JFK got shot?
Cocaine importing agency.
Yeah.
That's the CIA.
And JFK was the one saying, no, we need to disband the CIA.
And he got shot in the fucking head.
That was so fucked up.
Not saying anything, but
that was so fucked up.
Yeah, that Zapruder film. I was obsessed with Zapruder.
What's that?
The Zapruder film was the angle of film.
The famous footage.
The famous
JFK
footage of, when he rounds.
When he actually gets shot.
Yeah, he's in that.
What, is it meant to not be real, or like what's the vibe?
No, I wouldn't say it's not real.
No, the thing with the Zapruder film is Harry Zapruder, Mr. Zapruder, I don't know his first name. He took that film and he took it to the news station that afternoon. It took them 40-something years to actually release the video.
Yeah.
And in that time, they reckon it was all edited and all this stuff and all this shit went on.
Yeah.
But to take that long to release the footage.
Yeah.
And in
There's
that
a lot
time,
of dodgy stuff.
Yeah. Well,
about his death.
Zapruder is a huge, big film production
Now it's a film production company.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so
Zapruder
fucked up.
Films, yeah.
That's so weird.
That's all so fucked up.
I think people were claiming that a section of the Zapruder film had been cut out.
Yeah.
That revealed something. And there's a lot of people that go back and analyze it. For me, that was my first conspiracy that I got into was JFK.
conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh, I love the JFK.
I loved it. Yeah,
Well, it was only around about 5 years ago, where they actually got all the audio tapes from the police radios, and actually synced them up with the Zapruder film, which there's a lot more than 3 bullet shots. Yeah. There's way more than one gunman. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, for real.
And there was all weird stuff about his body and how it got taken to a different place within, and no one was allowed to look at the body and what actually happened.
And then they found a clean, crisp, unshot bullet on the gurney that matched perfectly to Lee Harvey's gun. Yeah. And they've lost his brain. No, they had JFK's brain in one of those big archive warehouses.
Yeah.
And it went missing.
What do you think they did with it? Try to probe into it or something and see what was in there?
I think they just forgot about it and lost
destroying evidence. I think they're just getting rid of evidence.
Yeah.
Because they don't want...
No, I actually convinced they lost it, because those archives they have in the US are huge. You've seen Indiana Jones. Yeah. You know those big archives? No, they actually exist. These huge big archives of evidence and bits and pieces. No, they have them.
I want to punch... I feel like punching you now. I don't know why.
I'll bring it up on the screen afterwards in post.
Yeah. Now, there's a bizarre thing in the Zapruder film, and that's a lady in pink. You've heard of this theory.
Ooh,
there's a lady in a pink dress in the film that can be seen not reacting like everyone else is. So everyone's freaking out, obviously. But she is, just staring and almost, monitoring the situation. And then she disappears from the scene almost immediately. So they feel like... Who knows? This is all speculation that maybe she was either undercover or just overseeing what was about to happen. But crazy,
flamingo.
Lady in pink.
But what I take when I think and look at the Zapruder film, there might be so much shit around the film being edited and all that stuff, but it doesn't change the fact that shit actually happened. There were people standing in Dallas watching JFK get his fucking head blown off. Can you imagine just standing there and watching that? They're fucking panic and craziness that would have been going on. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine his
And
wife.
his wife. Like, she's right there.
She remember, like, she
Next to
tries
him.
to crawl
she
out of it.
reaches out the back of the car to grab some of his head that's hanging there.
Yeah,
And then he's it's
crazy,
Terrible.
man. Crazy.
But
America.
conspiracy aside, it's just and shit hasn't changed.
9/11, like, Jesus.
They just don't fucking learn. I don't get it. Yeah.
It's all a big drama.
Yeah. And what happened after that? They were like, so you want to keep doing politics? And they kept going. The whole family just kept doing politics despite all that. Oh, my
What, like
goodness.
JFK's family?
Well, he had
Yeah, the
brother-
Kennedys, yeah.
The Kennedys. It was a big family.
Robert Kennedy was assassinated as well. and,
Yeah, crazy, man.
was it Teddy Kennedy?
Ted Kennedy, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Dark times.
Weird. And that,
America. Have you been to America before?
I have, actually.
Yeah? Whereabouts?
Yeah, I lived in New York for a while.
Oh, really?
No shit.
Yeah, I went there. It's actually a while ago, but when I first came out of uni, because I studied theatre at uni, and when I came out, I got with a theatre company from Perth, and we got accepted for an artist residency in New York. This amazing avant-garde theatre man named Robert Wilson. He has like a art gallery space that all people from all over the world come and like work in and develop shows. So yeah, I was there doing that.
How long were you there for?
I was there for, like, the residency was a month, and then I stayed there for another nearly a year, actually. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
When was it? When was this?
It was 2012. It was even before I played in the band, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been around?
I have. Yeah, New York's hectic. Great time, though.
Did you like it? Do you see, like, could you live there if you had to?
Oh.
Too hectic? I think I'd get a headache now.
Oh, I think, like, for a while I could if I
Yeah.
had, like, a particular thing. Like, it'd be cool to go there and, like, do a project of some kind and get really deep into, like, the lifestyle and the people and do a bit of an experiment. Like, I'd love to do
Yeah.
that, but I don't think I could stay there forever. Like, I'm from down south. Like, I need the country and nature
Yeah.
and clean air.
That's
Space.
one thing I've noticed about myself. I'm more comfortable on a farm somewhere. I think I like isolation. Some people are the opposite. They're
Yes.
like, I need to be around stuff that's happening.
Yeah, like the silence can be quite disturbing to some people.
Yeah, I like isolation in a weird way.
Yeah.
I get more energized and inspired off being
Yeah.
isolated. But it can also get pretty weird. You end up with,
Yeah. I think it's balance for me.
there's balance,
Bit of
yeah.
both.
Otherwise, you end up, looking up JFK theories at 4 a.m.
And you're like, this is productive, eh?
Yeah. And there's no one there to stop you.
Yeah.
No one's there like, hey, fucking go to bed. Like, you're just alone. Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I've got really shit internet here. I thought I'd be up till fucking 4 a.m. Yeah. Go down a YouTube hole. Oof.
Those YouTube rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Documentary hole.
That's the thing. Do you consider I'm totally just changing the whole subject here.
Go for it.
Okay.
Is YouTube considered a legitimate information source?
It depends.
Like, you know how when people say, "Oh, I watched a YouTube video that said this
Yeah.
and said that," can it be considered a legitimate form of information?
If they cite sources, then sure, it can be just as legit. But unfortunately, not a lot of people do. So you can say anything. But I like that about that. Because it makes you more critical. You got to, like, sift through the bullshit and really look for stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be illegal to put stuff up, though. Yeah.
No. But, like, I guess it's with any documentaries even. Thinking about that today, actually, about how, like, documentaries, we all watch them and then we just take it to be truth. But how do you really know that it's... Because it is all biased.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or, like, and even sources that people are drawing from. Like, where are they really getting information from?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a... I don't get the term. Like, I believe that whole history was written by the winners type thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The people that have the power, that have that control,
Yeah.
choose what other people...
What information is out.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
To control the masses.
It's the same, like, even, like, you go to a library and you look at the books. That's the same thing. The person that's written the book and the people that publish the book, they decide whether that's acceptable to be presented to public.
Yeah.
Same way any article gets written on the internet, the same as any YouTube video.
Now you throw money in that equation, and whatever is funded the most will be what is accepted.
Yeah.
while a truth could be completely different to what is actually accepted.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing with like History and Discovery and National Geographic. I think they're all really just commercial kind of production companies. They have no interest in really reporting anything, I don't think. But it's all conceptual, like what you're saying. Even when you watch something about dinosaurs, you're like, okay, this is all CGI. Which, of course, it has to be, but it's being presented as,
True.
and this is how they did this, and this is exactly how they did that.
I've-
and you're like, how do you know?
But I've been to a museum and I've seen dinosaur bones.
Oh, really?
I've never touched them. I don't know if they're real dinosaur bones, but I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've
What if
seen
they
them
were just
from afar.
made by somebody?
Exactly.
What if the whole thing was made up? Now that we're on conspiracies.
No, but like, I guess the question would be, okay, why would they want to do that? Blah blah blah. But
Yeah,
when
no,
you
why
look at the
would you?
principle, it's kind of true. You're getting like third-hand information off everyone, and then you form your truth out of it. It's like,
And
really?
so especially YouTube would be just such secondhand information.
Yeah,
down
you're
the
right.
line.
So YouTube could be both, either. I think it could be really bad, or you could get people that are really onto something. I think.
But is it also a space, like you were saying, that, you know, a lot of information is perhaps come from like the winners, that YouTube is a space where people like, and even the internet in general, there is more space for people to be more free.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. The like
compared
whole
to
social
past.
media where people can post their side of the story or their kind of thing. But when you look at, especially with, we're going to go down the privacy road soon as well, where essentially places like YouTube and all this social media stuff, where they're now writing these rules of what's acceptable on their platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is essentially
'cause
ruling
things
out
can
the
get
opportunity.
banned and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's essentially saying, oh, if you don't post something that we agree with, then it's not going to be posted, and
Yeah.
therefore people won't know it.
Yeah.
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 Written by
yeah.
the winners.
Well,
Yeah.
Facebook are in hot water because of that. Not only is there the whole privacy leak, but a lot of people are asking questions because Facebook are admittedly very left-leaning. Even though I am considering myself left-leaning. When you are on a platform that kind of favors one side, then you're engaging in a form of kind of manipulation.
Yes.
Because you're kind of not portraying one side that has valid points.
Yeah.
And you're saying, look, this is the way things are going, so we'll accept this. And all this stuff here, we'll just call it hate speech. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
a potential
Yeah.
route towards censorship.
Yeah.
Even though I do believe there's some heinous shit out there that shouldn't be on the internet. Who is the judge of what is acceptable now? It's kind of weird. And Tumblr, you showed me that pic about Tumblr.
Yeah. They're removing all adult content from Tumblr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adult being like just any.
Well, adult content, like nudity and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because that was like one of those platforms where it was kind of open. There weren't any
Yeah.
restrictions. So
Right.
there's
Yeah.
a lot
I've
of
never really
pornography
used it,
going
so-
on. Yeah. But now they're getting rid of that. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm just a bit wary when
Sorry, I just want to apologise, Moana. You've come to the podcast at a really awkward time. Yeah. Would you like a refill on your drink?
I would love
Yeah.
to.
I'll
Yeah.
have a quick refill because this is going to get dark.
Thank you.
Mr. Barman over here. Yeah. And I think even with like Instagram, you'll see a lot of things now where they're like, we're going to make it a safer place,
Yeah.
you know, for people to be on, which I think is great. But then I'm like, but how are you doing
But
it?
what do they mean?
And how are you implementing? Yeah, exactly. And what constitutes is, okay, you're not allowed to put that up, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like the whole idea of safety is a huge like ideology that governments and people in power use to control people.
Yeah.
Like this sense that we're not safe without
Yeah.
protection. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
And they determine...
it's a weird idea. I think it's like the core of what is at our society, of that high up people try to make us feel like we need protection and we need to be like,
Yeah.
and therefore everything like advertising and materialism, it's all to make us feel like safe within our little like spaces
Yeah.
to essentially control us.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it's more that they've they've given us a bit of power and shown that we can't.
Thank you.
We don't deserve that power. Like now they're kind of taking it away.
No,
they had that sort of freedom. Okay, you have all these platforms to put out what you want and what you think is okay, and there's a few bad seeds that have exploited it and done bad shit with it. So they're just going to take it away from everyone.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like we're kids. We don't deserve technology and shit like that.
Or we're not responsible enough to, make a choice. I think.
Yeah, but what I mean is the whole the whole saying it takes one to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah,
and that's definitely happened. And I think it is open that these platforms people can get away with doing bad shit, and it just ruins it for everyone else.
Yeah.
But then is that fair?
Yeah.
Free the nipple, man.
I was literally just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, why is a female nipple offensive?
Yeah,
and
true.
keeping people safe. How is that keeping people safe?
I know
that the male nipple's offensive.
Is it?
No, fucking. If I post a photo of my nipple on there, you'd get locked off and taken out.
Yeah, mainly because it's horrendous. Not because it's offensive.
Well, it depends which one. Do you want the hairy one or the bald one?
Oh, why? They serve no purpose. Male nipples have no purpose. At least, like, women can lactate. There's, like, a function.
Yes.
But ours is just, like, they're just on there. Why?
It's just, there's not really any purpose.
I know. So weird.
Maybe eventually we'll evolve, like, males will evolve to not have the nipple. Maybe that's on the way.
I think we're all going to be hairless with massive eyes and really, really strong thumbs. From all the texting, just like...
And maybe our necks will be kind of like...
We're all going to be hunchbacks.
Actually, do you know how much your head weighs? How much does an average human head weigh?
I have no idea.
I reckon 7 kilos at least.
It does. I would weigh a
Super
bit.
heavy.
So if you... apparently there's a lot of... a legitimate disease now is people with, fucked up necks from
From all the technology.
From just looking at devices all day.
Yeah.
And they actually...
Well, you think the whole, sitting in front of computers and sitting down, how that affects the posture in your back, and you get that arch back, and I think you get a lot of people having more back injuries at younger ages and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's
not
like
even doing anything.
Yeah.
Just from doing nothing.
Sitting there.
Just from sitting there. So the Darwin's evolutionary chart, it's like we were hunched and then we're upright and now we're just hunching
Going
over
back.
again. Hunching back again.
With our massive thumbs.
It's funny. Don't actual primates have big thumbs?
Probably.
So we are literally doing a whole full
Yeah, we're
circle.
doing a massive circle. Yeah. Only we're going to be hairless, I think.
Why hairless?
I don't know. I think because we have evolved so much to acclimatize or to change the environment to suit us, we'll lose things like hair.
Yeah.
We don't need that warmth anymore. But it's also...
While things are getting hotter.
But no,
and because people will be fucking heaps and creating babies that aren't really hairy or aren't really hairless. It'll just be a mixture. I don't know.
Interesting.
Do you have hair on your back? Are you one of those guys?
No.
Okay.
Not that I look at my back all the time, but no. I don't have hair on my back.
I know. I have a couple of friends with hairy backs. It's gross. Does hair turn you on for guys?
Does it turn me on? I don't know.
Because some girls like hairy dudes, right?
I don't... Yeah, they must. Everyone has weird things that on their own things. I don't particularly know, actually. I never really thought about if I like the hair on someone's back or not.
No, but it's like when the
Something
hair
to
goes
grab
down the
onto.
back, that it goes right down to the arse crack, and it just keeps going.
Oh, gross.
And then you get this.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I'm like a dolphin.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
No hair.
No hair.
I was gonna. Is hair meant to help with sweat or prevent?
Yeah.
I think hair is designed to allow the release of sweat, which is releasing the moisture when you get too hot.
And warmth.
warmth.
And warmth as well. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like insulation.
That's why I think we're going to be hairless, because we don't need...
Because we have aircon.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Pretty much. I think we'll all just naturally shed it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
I've got
Really?
pretty hairy underarms. I don't shave or do anything like that with hair.
You don't shave your underarms?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's a I don't know. It's a funny thing, I guess, as a woman. You kind of like expect it in a way, maybe, to be hairless. But I think it's a kind of like,
I think
why?
Why?
We're naturally like this.
Yeah. Do you shave your legs?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I mean,
Hello.
you can't see.
Well, you're not really a hairy
I'm
girl
not like
anyway.
a super hairy person.
Yeah.
But like, I do have like indigenous blood. So like, and I feel like, I'm pretty hairy because of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think it's a funny thing. I mean, do you guys find it strange when girls don't have like hair, when they do have hair?
I find it weird that because I see, yeah, sometimes when you live with girls and they're just even 1 or 2 days in and they're like, I have to shave, and they're like, no, I can feel the stubble, I have to shave.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't really need to. Well, I don't know.
Well, if you like,
It's
I
a
think
preference.
it's a personal thing.
But
It's a personal thing,
This is a funny thing because my partner, Kat, she shaved her legs the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and we started talking about this, and she's like, "Oh, do you like hairy legs? Like, does that put you off?" I'm like, "Oh, no." And she was saying like, if I didn't shave, would you still like? I'm like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I said the same thing. Well, and she said to me, "Why don't you shave your legs?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And it's a whole sort of double standard. Like, why
Yeah.
do women have to shave their legs and men don't? But I don't think that's true because there are some men that do shave their legs.
Yeah.
And there are men that
There
wax
are.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a preference. I like my hairy legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my hairy legs.
Yeah. I just don't have
I
any
probably
hair,
have more hair than you.
Yes. But no, I haven't shaved my legs.
You don't get the hair on the toes bar.
Oh, yeah, I do. I got hell hobbit feet.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Hair has never bothered me on girls.
Yeah.
Like when you rub like their armpit
Yeah.
and it's kind of like stubbly.
Yeah.
Like they haven't shaved in like a week or so. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's hair. Like,
Hair is hair.
A lot of guys do, though, right? It's kind of like a weird standard.
Even down,
But whatever.
down there, I don't have a preference.
Yeah.
Whatever. As long as it's clean. I don't really care.
I feel ya.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah.
do you know what? I kind of like a bit of musk.
Musk?
Yeah. Do you know like that?
As in the smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool when like girls smell.
Yeah. The natural
I
smells.
don't really. I'm not like picky like that. you
Yeah.
know?
But it is just, I mean, like, just for me, I find it funny and strange that,
Yeah.
like, the whole thing of the standard that women are supposed to live by with hair and smells or whatever, whereas it's not the same for men. But I think it's breaking down, and I think everyone's been more open-minded.
Yeah, for real.
And it's changing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I have to use my hair removal cream on my legs. I'm trying to go in the story. No. Just mind you, always read the labels before use.
Why?
Hey?
Why?
Because the time I tried to... I didn't read the label. I know. I read the label and I chose...
not use in sensitive areas?
Yes.
Situation?
Yes, I chose to ignore that direction.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why.
Oh, no.
Ingrown hairs fucking shit me though when you shave anywhere.
Yeah, I had a couple. the
On
other
your
day.
neck? Yeah.
Oh, fucking terrible.
It's you got to like squeeze it out,
Yeah.
right? Because nothing happens if you leave it, right? What happens if you leave an ingrown hair? Does it turn
I actually
into
have
like
no idea.
a fucking nuclear bomb or something?
Oh no. So this and there's YouTube videos going around whether you want to take the legitimacy of it, but the hairs can actually continue to grow into the skin.
They spiral and get big.
Yeah.
The lump gets big. Oh, it's
and there's
horrifying.
been people that like pulled out like ingrown hairs that are fucking long.
that's so
Oh,
gross.
it's terrible. And I've done the same thing. A little one, I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm going to pull it out. And then, ding, there's like a whole fucking hair. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, fucking terrible. How did we get here?
I don't
What is
know.
going
We're going on so many great tangents.
I don't know. But do you prefer to shave or wax if you had an option?
Wax.
Wax.
Yes.
Wax,
I reckon.
okay.
Just quick,
Rip it out.
fast,
Yeah.
last for longer.
Are you less inclined to get ingrown hairs with waxing?
I think you get more with waxing, actually.
You get more with waxing.
Yeah,
okay.
but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm not a hair connoisseur of waxing or shaving.
Hair
Says the
connoisseur.
girl with, hair everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, wicked man. I just hope, I don't know. Because I'm so smooth, I'm actually embarrassed.
A dolphin.
I'm like a dolphin. Like, there's nothing on my arms or anything. So I permanently look like I'm like 12. from here down, it's just like a 12-year-old.
He's been growing that facial hair's been there since I knew him.
Yep.
It's just
The same.
It's
still going.
taken about 8 years to grow.
All the stories that moustache could tell. I have friends who have the same.
If you could grow facial hair, what style would you have?
Oh, I'd go like the Dali moustache, I reckon.
Oh,
Really?
yes.
A big curl.
For real?
Yeah.
I saw someone with a Dali moustache the
Oh my
other day.
goodness.
He had like a nice big beard, and just his moustache just came out. I was like, oh, if
Delicious.
only I could do that.
It'd be cool to have a beard to like do plaits and put things in it, I reckon too.
Beads, maybe like dreadlocky beards.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Maybe.
I had a bit of dreadlock rip out.
Yeah.
I actually bit it into my goatee. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wayne Static.
Yeah.
Do dreadlocks smell though, or you like? I guess they can or they can't.
They can do, yeah. I tried to take care of mine as much as possible. Shampoo, but then the shampoo stays in there for fucking days after the shower.
Yeah.
You can sit there and rinse them out and just like bubbles come out.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It smells
Get
like
like
a
little
wet
spiders
towel.
living in it or something.
No, that's actually a big myth, getting spiders in
Yeah.
dreadlocks. So that whole story, I think one person died from a redback that was found in his dreadlocks. But it's Australia.
Yeah.
This is a redback.
Full
so
of
fucking,
gnarly
yeah.
animals.
Did you rip that incense in half and then light it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a bit weird. It was like the ends
cool.
had fallen off.
Because that's what I do too, yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't want the whole one, I start from halfway. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to be comfortable in this.
I just realised that's what I'm missing, my vape. I always
You
have my
have a
vape.
vape?
Yeah, my vape.
Do you want it now?
Go get
Where
your
is
vape.
it?
I don't even know. I got all my vape juices.
Is it one?
under there.
Are you talking about like a weed vape?
No, I wish. No. I
This big like.
Yeah.
It looks like a science experiment.
Vape?
We have one of those at home, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Like a volcano?
Yeah,
thing?
with the bag.
With a bag?
Yeah.
It is called a volcano. Yeah, vaping's like pretty. They've got it down to a science now.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
just
I mean.
have
It
a
looks
pen.
like
But you can just have a little pen now.
yeah.
Just dry herb vape.
It's pretty.
They're
cool.
amazing. Yeah.
It's pretty
A
cool.
lot cleaner for you, apparently,
Yeah, it is.
because
Yeah.
you're not combusting anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
Way
you're.
cleaner, way healthier,
Yeah.
more pure.
Do you? Might be a bit personal. Do you still smoke?
Do I smoke weed?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not like an intense smoker. I enjoy it sometimes.
Yeah.
I kind of go through phases.
Yeah.
You know, like at the moment, I'm not really smoking that much.
Yeah. It's good to have time off it.
Yeah, but I've never been like a hardcore smoker. I don't think.
Yeah.
I miss it.
You miss it?
I miss it.
Yeah.
I cause with my work, I can't
Right.
indulge as much as I like
Right,
to.
you get tested and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why after a while, like if you haven't had for that long, then you have like a good dose. You're like, whoa, what have
Yeah.
I done? I shouldn't be doing this. Ah.
I
Then
reckon
you-
it's cool to have a break and then like you see how like fucked up you get so easily.
Yeah.
It actually like brings back memories to, like the first time when you start, because I feel the thing, like if you continue it for so long, you lose that same kind of
The feeling of death.
yeah, you build up a tolerance to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you appreciate it less if you keep hammering away every day at it.
Definitely. And you get a bit dependent on it.
You get dependent on it, and like you don't allow your brain to just equalize.
Definitely.
And it becomes a crutch. Like you need it to feel normal.
Yeah.
And I've been down that road.
Yeah, but
you,
doing it too much.
Yeah, you appreciate it more when you have a break.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that the freaking out part is healthy for you.
You mean the paranoia?
Yeah, I think it is.
In what way?
It just gets rid of. It feels like all that anxiety.
It's like a mental cleanse.
Yeah, it's like a purge. It's like a. My friend put it really well. It's like cauterizing a wound.
Yeah.
Where you're like, why would putting fire to a wound help it?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it hurts, but it seals it off. So I think when you get really anxious on weed,
Yeah.
it's sometimes healthy to purge that.
Yeah.
Because I find that when I come down from it after, I feel really good. You
Interesting.
feel really revived. You have a good sleep. You eat good food. And
Yeah.
you're almost like relieved.
Yeah.
and I kind of think that's good for you
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, that's
For
really
sure.
like the really upsetting thing, especially in Australia when it comes to the laws around drugs and how because of the science of it that marijuana can stay in the system longer and it's got those certain levels that when it comes to people that work in those areas where they need to get drug tested often, they go on to harder stuff just because it stays in the system
Short amount
like
of
a
time.
short amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, the whole science and law behind it is counteracting each other. And it's pushing people towards worse stuff just so they can have something and keep their jobs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whereas I think cannabis, if you're going to be hooked on something, cannabis is probably safer. You know,
Yeah.
even than alcohol, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's why,
for
because
sure.
I'm pretty sure weed will stay in your system for
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
So even like
It's
one
so
joint.
unfair.
Yeah.
So unfair.
But,
a long time.
like meth and ice and stuff is like a day, 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's why all these people come back from working these fly in, fly out jobs, get their ice, fucking smoke it up, and then go for their drug test and they're cleared and they go back to work.
Yeah.
Whereas one person comes back, wants to fucking smoke a joint, chill out, they fucking lose their job and can't go back to work.
Silly.
Fucking
But
dumb.
why do people in the first place feel they need drugs
I think,
in that kind of way, you know?
yeah, I agree. I think there's, and Graham Hancock has said this in his books as well, like, there's an innate human need to alter consciousness. I think it's in us.
Yeah.
I think we're all fascinated
Well,
by
Definitely.
the allure of modifying this reality.
Yeah, I
I
totally
would like to
agree.
say it's
Yeah.
almost on that same level as why some people delve into conspiracies, is to question and just have an alternative outlook or some sort of perspective to put themselves in. And I think drugs do that in the brain where it just takes you outside of the regular norm where you can sort of see,
For
you
sure.
know, have the
and
different
it's
thing.
very exciting.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
But we have to make that
Expensive.
distinction between psychedelic drugs, what we're talking about, and just crap drugs like meth and speed and shit. And I think the people that do that have probably a lot of addiction is from trauma. I think people are just not happy, and they get addicted as a result of how they feel, as
Yeah.
opposed to everyone just assumes people get hooked onto drugs by choice. I think a lot of people are just suffering,
Yeah, I don't think
and
it's
it's
a,
really
I don't think it's a choice.
I
I mean,
don't-
I think
yeah.
it is a choice, but I think it's actually a bit of a disease, I would even say.
Yeah.
Like that. But it's like the disease of our society.
Hmm.
I feel like we're kind of numbed to actually feeling human emotions. And so we look for all these other things to fill in the gaps. And we're uncomfortable sitting with our own selves.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, especially nowadays. You know, anxiety's fucking on the rise.
Yeah.
It's just we're being bombarded with information, stimulation, gadgets, things like that. We just don't know how to be human anymore.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, actually, I think it was a couple of years ago, I heard something on the radio saying that there's a trend where the world could go into a whole state of dementia in a way that because we're so enticed by what's happening now with social media and all these feeds and stuff, we start forgetting like the histories and stuff or where things came from, that we're just like everyone just wants what's there right now in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Yeah. I
can
think
see that.
the two Facebook founders were talking about that. Sean Parker and the other guy.
Yeah.
How because of tech and social media, people's brains are actually changing now from long-term focused to short-term focused. So back in the day, people would actually have longer, slow burn sort of goals.
Yeah.
And now people are just really
Fast.
impulsive and
Yeah.
they need things a lot quicker.
Instant gratification.
So people don't kind of plan for the future. They just need that thing now. And I think the new generation is really going to face that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think, like, you think about all, like, child stars that end up at such a young age and they got so much money. A lot of them end up either, you know, on drugs, dead. And it's like, when the quicker you burn, the faster you burn out.
Yeah.
The brighter you burn.
The brighter you burn, the
Yeah.
faster you burn. But what, you know, how I'm saying, like, you know, when someone gets into something early and they make it big, they're more likely to crash and burn.
Yeah.
Whereas someone that's got a steady sort of increase, they're sort of learning the ropes and they got more of a focus.
Yeah.
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 So I'm thinking because I got pissed off the other day about some 9-year-old kid on YouTube. This 9-year-old kid was one of the highest grossing YouTube earners.
For doing what?
Reviewing toys. And he closed the year with like over $1 million.
Holy shit!
And he's fucking 9 years old.
Fuck!
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I literally thought, you know, yeah, good on him. You know, a 9-year-old kid with $1 million fucking dollars. What's he going to be like when he's at legal drinking age or driving age?
Yeah.
And whether he's got all this money left over, if he's smart enough, his parents will invest it for him, so he'll have lots of money.
Yeah.
But, you know, someone like that, like, that just essentially is raised into having access to anything they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see it going fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like having. I think it's part of like, I don't know, the society we have where it's like the money is like, it's like people like looking within instead of look like he has all the money, but like, what does that really mean? It's like we're so desensitized from like our inner world and our inner, like as a night. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But it's almost like that kid will never know what it's like to struggle
yeah,
in life.
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he's struggling now. Maybe he doesn't
Fucking
want to do
struggling
it.
with $1 million.
I feel like everyone's always struggling.
But I think it's relative. I still think people that are highly successful and rich are still fucking depressed sometimes.
Yeah.
Probably more so. I think it's probably
Definitely.
magnified with that because they start questioning, like, okay, I wanted this, now I have it. Why am I not happy?
Yeah.
Because there's no fundamental kind of drive.
Yeah. But I think what I'm saying is for someone that young, it's going to happen to them earlier.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know, it's not someone that's gotten to sort of like our age. If we ended up with like shit tons of money, we do all drugs and fucking kill ourselves, jump off the ledge. But for a 9-year-old kid, you know, that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think we're all dopamine deprived. That's what we all are. Because of this quick fix kind of generation, you know. Like, oh, food, press a button, you get food.
Yeah.
Titties, jerk, you know, watch porn, jerk off.
Yeah.
You know, like, everything's so quick.
It's very
Yeah.
instant.
You know, it's so instant. I want to talk to this person. Yeah, you just press a button.
Yeah.
I want to know. I
Definitely.
want to know about this topic. All right, you read like 2 lines. All right, cool. I know about it. Yeah.
Well, what
Like-
gets me is, I was watching something, or people are asking. The thing was actually I heard it on the radio. They were talking about this guy had met some girl, and the whole thing, he asked for her Instagram. And that's the whole thing, you know, people, you first ask for their MySpace, then you ask for their Facebook, now you ask for their Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's this whole kind of like, you don't have that time, almost just like you're going straight into their lives and having more sort of insight into their life and not actually having more, it's more input and not as much output. And
Yeah.
I think, well, everyone's got an Instagram, everyone's putting their output,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people seem more concerned about other people and finding out what other people are up to and
Yeah.
getting inside their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Definitely.
Who? I mean, hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. When you are interested in someone
Yeah.
and you find their Instagram,
Yeah.
how far do you scroll down? Like, do you go all the way back and like you see him with
Nah.
other dudes and then you see
Not
him with
all the way
all the way
back.
down? How far do you go down? A couple of pages?
I don't know. Like, I might check out if they have a story. I might see what their
Yeah.
everyday life's about.
Yeah.
In some quick grab and, you know, maybe a little scroll.
Okay.
But It's probably.
I think
know.
the lower you scroll, the more of a sociopath you are.
But it is.
If you find your way at the very bottom, you're like, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
I've just gone through like 20 pages of this girl's life. Why? I met her once. Who gives a fuck? Like, yeah.
But it is so strange, isn't it, to
Isn't
have
it
that
weird?
instant
You're like,
ability to connect.
yeah, you're like, oh, cool. Now you get a snapshot as to their whole life.
Yeah.
Just like 30
But it's not
seconds, you
real.
know? It's not. It's
not.
It's a big filter.
At all. And even just the way people pose for photos or the way they look is completely different. And
Wow, that's almost like that whole like history written by the winners thing, where people are only putting out what they want other people to see.
Yeah, it's a filter.
So
Repeating.
they're only putting out the good things.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, oh yes, I made money today. I'm having a good day.
yeah.
But you're not seeing the shit days. You're not seeing the bad stuff.
Yeah.
You get some pretty depressed people on Instagram sometimes. Yeah. And they're moaning.
It's not,
about
I like it
things.
when people are real.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. But you can feel when it's genuine. It's weird.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do people date nowadays? How do you go on a date? It's all
I've never
fucking-
gone on a Tinder or any. Oh, it's Tinder? No, what's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tinder. Yeah. Well, there's a couple now.
Oh, there's a couple. There's OkCupid and Tinder and all that.
Plenty
Yeah.
of fish and
Plenty of fish, yeah.
I've never done
Grinder.
Grindr. That was
Yeah,
the one I was
Grindr.
thinking of.
It's like, how do you even ask a girl out? I don't even know how to do it nowadays. Without technology, I mean. Sorry, let me elaborate. Like, can you just be like, hey, you look cool. I'll meet you
Well-
here next week at this time. People will be like, the fuck?
well, I think it's a different era thing.
Yeah.
I think people that are raised, I think younger generations that use all this technology, they don't have that sort of, not knowledge, but that sort of, they don't have the balls to do it. That's the easiest way I can say it. They don't have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas back when we were growing up and stuff, where we didn't have this stuff,
You gotta
where
You have
walk
to be a
up
lot
to
more
someone.
actually had to
courageous.
talk to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually had to walk up face to face
Yeah.
and risk everything.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's just like, here's my dick. Yeah.
Even like making a phone call instead of texting is so much, like you need a lot more like courage to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas texting is so easy.
You can hide behind texting.
Wait
now.
time to reply, like
I do
something
that.
flirty or
Start
interesting
writing.
to
Oh wait,
say,
hang on.
or
No,
like-
delete. Let me.
Yeah.
Let me change that word.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to send it yet. I'm just going to wait. Okay. Oh wait, I thought of something else to say. I'm going to type that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas before
So
it was
not
like
real.
sitting in front of a phone, going, "Okay, I have the number."
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, is Janet there? You had to talk to the mom.
Yeah. With your mum, with their mum answers,
Yeah,
or
with
the dad
their mum.
answers, like, oh,
Yes.
hi.
Yeah. Oh, now it's like,
And if it's them straight away, you're like,
I know, holy shit, it's them. Hey, what you doing? You like twirl the cord. You're like, hey, what you doing? Now it's like a 2 a.m. text. Hey, you up? That's it. That's a universal.
or if you're on Grindr, it's just way more simple than that.
DTF. Does anyone use that now? Like DTF,
I never have.
ASL, DTF.
It's definitely
Yeah?
you up is definitely a big one. Hey,
or
you
like
up?
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, even that's old now. Well,
Yeah.
hey,
But hey,
thanks for coming on, Moana.
thanks for having me.
I know it's just man, that was a roller coaster.
It's been
ride.
good. This has
It's
been
been really
good.
fucking
Yeah.
good. It's so good to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
Let's do it more often.
Let's. This has been great.
Do you have anything you want to plug coming up, or
Yeah.
where can people find you? Blah blah blah.
Well, we have a video launch sort of celebration thing this coming weekend, actually.
December 1st.
No, that was past. We're
Sorry.
past December 1st.
What date is it, Johnny?
Time machine
I don't even know.
backwards.
It's the 9th of December. Sorry.
No, it's the 15th of December. We had like that one was in the city, and then we're doing a Frio one as
Okay.
well.
I'm
So,
so.
yeah.
I thought it was November. I don't even know what fucking date it is. Yeah.
Yeah, the 15th, which is this coming Saturday at the Aardvark, is our last show of the year. Putting out a new
Cool.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much what's coming up next.
Any
And,
theatre shows or anything?
I'm kind of working on something at the moment, but I probably can't really say what it is.
That's cool. That's all
but
right.
it's pretty exciting.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
we'll
you
look
know,
out for it.
Maybe in a few weeks I'll be talking about that.
And any socials you want to plug? You're on the old Instagram as well.
We are.
Yeah.
It's Moana Music, but like music. So
With
like,
an E.
Yeah.
With an E.
Like the
yeah.
like music. And Facebook obviously. Just don't find Moana Disney.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, the Disney movie.
Yeah, I know. Were you pissed when that came out? Like,
I've known about it for years, and I was kind of like, well, we're going to have to make it, in the next 5 years before it comes out because it's be bigger than Disney.
Did you know they're redoing The Grinch, but animated?
Yeah, I saw that on the back of the
Really?
bus
Why?
the other day.
Why?
There's
Jim
only
Carrey.
one. There's only one Grinch, and that's Jim Carrey.
I watched that for the first.
Oh, is it not Jim Carrey?
Is it still Jim Carrey?
I don't know.
But animated?
Better
I
be.
don't know. Look,
Yeah, Jim
they're
Carrey.
doing the same thing with The Lion King, just doing the same movie, just animated.
I know.
It's like they run out of actors. They can't pay.
Material.
They can't pay people to act anymore. So
No,
they're just animating.
They just animate everything. Yeah. We sound so old. Sorry, guys. If you're listening, just going, this
Hey.
is a bunch of old
Do you
cunts
remember
here.
the times when TV wasn't widescreen? When TV was a square?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, you nerd. Oh my god.
Moana, thanks
I'm
again.
nostalgic for those times.
I know. Same. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me.
missionctro.com.au. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That's how the kids do it on YouTube these days. We'll put the links in the comment section. Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Woo!